Hello, this is Iino. This time, we bring you logistics news from the latter half of January 2025. We will explain the developments in the Suez Canal transit restrictions due to the Houthis, the inauguration of Trump as the U.S. president, and the trends in the latest sea freight rates. Let's get started. U.S. Trump administration inaugurated. How will it affect the shipping market? On January 20th, a new Trump administration was inaugurated in the U.S. The impact on the shipping market is drawing attention. With Trump's inauguration, four key areas, tariff policies, energy policies, economic policies, and foreign policies, are highlighted as significant points. The Trump administration has indicated a policy of imposing over 60% tariffs on Chinese products and is considering 10 to 20% tariffs on other regions as well. This could significantly alter the flow of the supply chain. The U.S. economy is currently maintaining good performance, but the reduction in imports of Chinese products shifts the focus to whether imports from Southeast Asia and Mexico will expand or a shift to domestic production will occur. However, if domestic production expands, concerns about rising inflation remain. The U.S. is the world's largest car importer, and shortages of car carriers have been pointed out. Currently, the introduction of new ships is progressing, and stable transportation is expected. Depending on the impact of tariffs, changes in car import trends might occur. The timing of tariff increases remains undecided, and negotiations with each country may predict fluctuations in maritime costs. Going forward, the progress of the Trump administration's policy implementations may further impact the shipping industry. Keeping a close watch on developments seems necessary. Houthis announce a halt to attacks on merchant ships. The new Iranian-backed armed group in Yemen, the Houthis, announced on the 19th local time that they will halt attacks on merchant ships in the Red Sea following the ceasefire declaration between Israel and Hamas. This raises the possibility of easing transit restrictions on the Suez Canal. Since November of the year before last, attacks on merchant ships by the Houthis have been continuing, forcing many ships to choose the Cape of Good Hope as an alternative route to the Suez Canal. Among stakeholders, there is a cautious stance towards the announcement of halting attacks, and careful responses are required before confirming actual safety to resume using the Suez Canal. According to experts, if the ceasefire is maintained and military actions by the US and UK are restrained, the route may gradually recover. Meanwhile, the Joint Maritime Information Center, composed of US and other forces, remains on high alert, warning of ongoing threats to vessels related to the US and UK. Thus, concerns remain whether the Houthis' declaration to halt attacks will be executed and whether the situation might worsen again due to changes in the Middle Eastern situation. Continued attention to the timing of resuming navigation of the Suez Canal and its impact on the shipping industry is necessary. Container freight rates, a possible lull. After the pre-lunar New Year demand peak, according to information released on January 16th, container freight rates from Asia to North America have peaked with the pre-lunar New Year demand and seem to have settled. According to the freight index, SCFI, released by the Shanghai Shipping Exchange, as of January 10th, container freight rates from Shanghai to the North American West Coast recorded a 6.3% decrease from the previous week at $4,682 per FEU. For the East Coast, they turned to a decline for the first time in 5 weeks, with a 2.9% decrease to $6,229 per FEU. The background of this includes early resolution of a port strike on the U.S. East Coast and rush shipments before the Lunar New Year in China. In the U.S. retail industry, import volumes increased, with import handling volumes last December rising approximately 20% year over year. Moreover, rush demand influenced by the potential tariff increases by the new President Trump is also impacting. Looking at future trends, a shipping alliances reorganization scheduled for February is drawing attention. Changes in the service structure of major shipping companies could impact the supply situation. As current demand calms, how supply adjustments will be managed becomes a focal point. How was this logistics news? Movements have been observed in the transit restrictions of the Suez Canal due to the Houthis merchant ship attacks, which had been an issue for over a year. Also, the inauguration of the new Trump administration in the U.S. seems likely to significantly affect future supply chains. Let us continue to watch the rapidly changing shipping market in 2025 closely. That's all for this time. Thank you very much.
In this channel, I explain about international logistics knowledge for your better understanding. I hope this video will be a good support for your logistics job. If you have any shipment from Thailand or to Thailand, please feel free to contact me Iino-san anytime. Also, I'm very motivated to keep updating these videos. If you subscribe, press good or comment anything. Well, thank you. See you next time.